My next guest has taken her experience at the Culinary Institute of America and her love of cooking to the Buffalo Public Schools. Welcome, Felicia Gane, and thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Can you tell us a little bit about your culinary background and the different places that you've been able to work?
Absolutely. So I went to culinary school at the Culinary Institute of America. I also did a 2-year program at my high school for BOCES. That's where I kind of got into the professional side of cooking a little bit more. After the Culinary Institute, I worked there for a year in their manager and training program, which basically taught you how to be a sous chef and run a kitchen.
Okay.
Then worked in various restaurants in Westchester.
Now, I know that you are vegan, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us a little bit about what inspired you to go on a plant-based journey.
Well, I had been vegetarian first ever since I started culinary school. That was right around when I was 16 or so, which was a challenge going through cooking school, being vegan or vegetarian. But I think that having that first, I sort of slowly cut things out of my diet, and slowly but surely I was like, well, cheese is the last thing that I really love and I'm holding on to so much, otherwise I would be plant-based. So I challenged myself to do it for 1 month, and I just haven't ever gone back.
Wow, okay, impressive.
Yeah.
Tell us about what you're making for us today.
Okay, so today I have potato puree. It's ready to go, and some creamy spinach and a plum sauce. So it's kind of seasoned like a ketchup would be. So it's just a plum puree with some seasonings in there and then a little bit of smoke liquid to make it like a smoked sauce situation going on.
Nice.
And I have some carrot steaks that are ready to go here.
Beautiful. So tell us a little bit about how your career has led you to the child nutrition program for Buffalo Public Schools.
Okay, so I started getting interested in like food policy when I was in college, and finding out about the food system is really what led me to, you know, kind of make career decisions based on where I was working and what I was doing, and I started to pay more attention to the things that children and kids are eating in school.
I'm going to plate this over here.
Okay, thank you. And so I worked for 1 year. I just did a quick program with Food Corps with Edible Schoolyard NYC in the Bronx. And that was my first exposure to, you know, the things that are already happening in schools that are amazing, like finding local ingredients and having gardens available to students to go out and you know, see how their food grows, because once I had that exposure, I know how important it is and how special it is to really see where your food is coming from.
Nice. Okay. So tell us about you know, why it's so important for you to advocate for students to provide them with nutritious meals, and not only that, but also the education behind it.
Right. Well, they want it, for one. They see it everywhere. Food is really important. It's something that we do every single day, whether or not you're thinking about it. You need to eat your meals. And I think the students, you know, are the most deserving people that we could be cooking for. I think sometimes that gets overlooked, but that's where the heart and soul is.
Okay. Now, can you actually tell us about this plate over here that we...
Absolutely.
What is that?
Yes, so that is a beet carpaccio salad. That's made with badger flame beets and a white balsamic vinaigrette. And I put some vegan feta cheese on there, pickled red onion, and edible flowers as well.
Beautiful. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, do you have some events coming up?
I sure do. So I have once a month a pop-up dinner at the Plating Society, and I usually try and focus that menu around vegetables that are in season, and I'm looking forward to working and collaborating on some cooking classes potentially soon.
Okay, we love Chef Darian. Shout out to him. So tell us about when that next one is coming up.
That'll be sometime in December.
Okay, okay. So, well, first of all, thank you for making this incredible, these 2 incredible dishes for us, but also what you're doing for our children and making sure that they're staying healthy and, you know, can focus on eating well, and the food that they're eating can be fun as well as healthy. So thank you so much for coming in and sharing more. Viewers, if you would like to learn more about Chef Felicia Gane's services, you can connect with her on Instagram at veGane716. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you for having me.